Well, good evening. My name is Earl Newell, son of Diane Newell, educator, lifetime, and my father, a lifetime military gentleman. Originally born in Queens, New York. Go Mets. All right. Didn't gain any friends on that one, but anyway. But pretty much in the late 80s, we moved to North Carolina. I was educated in the UNC school system. I have two daughters, Jasmine and Danielle. Jasmine's a rising junior at Cane Bay High School, and my daughter, Danielle, a recent graduate of 2022 at CSU, majoring in human resources. Not sure why she took that path, but got a feeling you'll learn a little bit about that later on. My passion of mentoring people really came from my mother, Diane. She was a lifetime educator, she's a facilitator, philanthropist, community leader back home in North Carolina. I observed her helping so many companies and groups grow their businesses, and I really wanted to be like her. My father always told me, you know, you never have to know everything, just outwork everyone. So that's what I did in my first career. I started working for Kroger, a Fortune 500 company, in junior management at a time when it took you 8 to 10 years to get to senior management, but I did it in 4. I did it in 4 years. Matter of fact, didn't even go to senior management, thank you so much. Went directly to corporate management, and I became a corporate HR manager for the Fortune 500 company for 5 states. So I wanted to do something crazy after I got out of that, and I became a car salesman. All right, so pretty much after about 8 months of selling cars, made 6 figures, and I guess I was making too much money, so they decided they wanted to give me another job. I turned it down 3 times, and then about the 3rd time, I took the job, and I became the new internet manager. Didn't know what that was, but I had 2 people working for me, and a year later, these 14 ladies you see behind me, in a year, we became the #1 business development center for the Hendrick Automotive Group out of 72 stores. We contributed over 72% of gross profit out of that room upstairs for all those salespeople, and I really enjoyed what I did. All right, so I had a BlackBerry, and then from there, we moved to a real big office. So say hello to that BDC. I really got a chance to spend a lot of intimate time with my general manager, and when you go to this new company, they do what's called a profile test. Anyone ever take one of these MBS tests before? Right, they tell you about directness, extrovert, pace, and structure, okay? So my color's red, I'm very direct. That's what I'm for. As you see, Terry Fox, my S is very low in structure. That's why I was late turning in my presentation to you. My biggest highlight was actually DJing for Mr. Hendrick when he came to Charleston about a few years ago for a huge deal there. And when I saw everyone out in the room and how they reacted to him, the music, the atmosphere, that was my passion. So I started my own company. And that's when the Dance Doctors began. That was my passion. It was part-time. I wanted to do it. I wanted to make it. And I put everything I could into chasing that feeling again. 2 years later, you know, I won my first award, which was the Couples Choice Award. After 2 years starting a brand new business. And, you know, from there on, just continue moving forward. I fostered a lot of good, solid relationships. And I didn't know really what I stumbled upon. But the most memorable wedding that I've ever done was when I had a local photographer, well, he's actually a videographer. Him and his wife invited me and my family to Disney down in Florida, and I got a chance to DJ his wedding in Disney. They paid for us for 3 days to stay there. Not only did I DJ the wedding, but I also had a seat at this very intimate 30-person wedding. And Disney was the barometer for quality. Once I saw that, I knew that I had to grow a team. So there we are, the Front Street Boys. I don't think we're on the back street, but a couple of those Front Street Boys are out here now. I started out with 2 guys that didn't know how to DJ. One of them was here, show them how to do it. Picked up 2 guys that were experienced, and off we went, you know, and we decided to take on the world. This year, we'll take over 900 events since 2015. Thank you very much. I wasn't satisfied with that. One of the things that I noticed is that when I moved here, that there was a big division between uptown DJs and downtown DJs and why they didn't really work well together. So I created this DJ showcase. And what you see before you right now is usually we meet every second Monday at Rusty Bull, and everyone collectively gets there together. Producers, DJs, radio DJs, karaoke DJs, all the people that never worked together but knew each other, now they all work together. And it's really good to see them out there really helping each other out. I had a crazy idea of putting together an expo of all the top leaders in the area to talk on 4 specific areas of business in the DJs. I had DJ 90 Heavy there, we had our DJ Professor Ping was there, we had a lot of our high time club DJs, everyone was there, and we put on a very good expo for them to really enjoy. Look at this handsome guy with these glowing headphones on there, right? So if you don't know, yes, I am the owner of the Quiet Kings Headphone Events. If you've never been to a silent disco before, you definitely need to go to one. I decided to do it out of a need, and it actually turned out to be really well for us. We ended up starting out with fitness events, and it worked out really well. We had a lot of corporate clients that we worked with, and it went really good. And after a while, we decided to span off and do some bigger parties. And you never know who you're going to meet at one of these parties. You should probably come. How many of you ever been to a silent disco before? You have? Cool. Well, you never know who you're going to meet, so you may just pop up to one time. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, it's a Southern thing. I'm not saying that it's very charming to be there, but you never know who's going to show up, right? Bad joke, but you'll get it later. All right, but anyway, what I'll tell you is this. If you've never been to a silent disco, we have one going on tonight at Share House at 10 o'clock tonight. I want to invite every last one of you out there tonight. It's right across the street. And it's something that will change your mind, something you can't really talk about, you have to experience. And it really brings in over 60% of my income. And I've helped out a lot of people pay their bills. Thank you so much.
DJ Earl, everybody. Well done.